Well, good morning, guys. We have a beautiful day here in Fort de France, a beautiful morning, but it could be the calm before the storm, so to speak. We have the named storm Erin is marching across the Atlantic and apparently is going to officially be termed a hurricane sometime today. And Mr Weatherman, a YouTube channel that I get that information from, is saying that it's going to intensify. It could become maybe a category 3 hurricane. The result of that here is that the wind, for some time at least, will come from the south, which is not good. I don't think the winds are going to be too strong, but the seas could potentially be a problem. That's going to be interesting. A couple of locals have said it can be okay, but you've just got to really keep an eye out for those southerly sea conditions. It could get very, very rolly in here, very bouncy. I do know somebody that lost a boat on the rocks in Martinique here when Beryl hit last year. That was a result of the wind as well, but the seas. We'll just be very, very careful, obviously, and we'll get prepared for that. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and stay safe.
It is August 15th, 2025. Thank you for being part of this weather community. Your comments, they're definitely keeping me going. And thank you for sharing this information to get the correct and non-hyped kind of measured impacts of this system out there, the information out there. I really do appreciate that. All right, let's show you what's happening here. This, of course, is Erin. Erin later today will become a hurricane, and I do expect later today additional watches and warnings. We have new areas that are going into monitor mode. I'll show you that. Tropical storm conditions for some of our islands. All islands matter, big or small. I want to zoom down into that. Now, this is the time where, no doubt, the anxiety goes up, because what's going to happen is that Erin is going to get stronger and a lot stronger. right? And it's going to get bigger. It is really going to grow in size. So when you look at the satellite picture by tomorrow, this is going to be a lot bigger, over 300 miles wide, right? So that is no doubt scary. But remember that I gave you the heads up on that. That's what's going to happen. We are going to get additional watches and warnings. So giving you the heads up. Everything is right on track from what we've been talking about for days and days. I've got you covered right here.
Good morning, guys. What a morning here in Fort de France. Just incredible. Beautiful. Sun's just about to come up. We've got our demasted neighbour back. Full moon, Neil on full moon over there. And this will be the last couple of days in Fort de France because we are heading back to Trinidad. Well, we're not going to see this very often. Not from this direction. A southerly. And this is as a result of tropical storm Erin, which is turning into a hurricane as of today, if not already officially. So let's hope everybody is okay up north, which is the path they are predicting. So yes, very unusual. This is in fact the first time I've seen it since being here from this direction. An onshore breeze is never a good thing from a safety point of view. So the anchor alarm will definitely be on tonight. So I've been sleeping in the third cabin and far out. It was noisy with the slapping of the transom. Yeah, look how bouncy it is out here. Again, this is a result of Erin. Hurricane Erin. Wow, listen to that one. So imagine that all through the night. So it took a while, but eventually I got the earplugs, which did help. Plus I was, you can probably see there, I was a bit sunburned. That was actually quite sore when I was flying the drone yesterday. I thought I was in the shade most of the time, but obviously not. Oh, plus I'd done picking up of water. A little bit painful on my shoulders and that, up around here. It's that uncomfortable heat. Not severe, but pretty uncomfortable. All right. Well, we're doing breakfast now. Sun's up. All right. So that's Lena there. Let's see if I can better focus there. There's a little bit of a better view. We are pretty close, but we're far enough apart, obviously. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Wow, look at that. It's looking pretty black over there. Very black indeed. So, yeah, what a contrast to yesterday morning. And again, this is as a result of Hurricane Erin. I'm going to watch the weather forecast in a sec and find out what's going on there. Wow, it's bouncy. Yeah, it's not very pleasant at all. I was going to go shopping this morning, grocery shopping, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that because I don't think the dinghy would survive on the... Oh, there's the kettle. Let me go and organise the breakfast. Yeah, look at him there. I think it's probably good to stay with the boat while we're on this lee shore. Wow, this is a challenging one. My neighbour is upping anchor on his own in these conditions, which are very, very lumpy. I mean, he's very good at it. He's a competent skipper, but he doesn't have a windlass. Well, he doesn't have a windlass that's working. And he's dragging up 10mm chain by hand. Let him go. Come on, mate. Go for it. It's so dangerous. Feel for him. This is one of those moments in time where the stakes are very, very high. He clearly doesn't want to be doing this in even worse conditions, so his decision to move now is definitely the best one. Back he goes. It's so challenging. He's going to drive forward. It's more important than ever to treat the situation with a real sense of urgency and laser-like focus on the task at hand, but also equally important to remain super calm, kind of like a sloth during mating season. Equal measures of adrenaline and norepinephrine will help get the job done effectively and safely. Although it would be really challenging, I could probably do it. You can do it. Go, go. can tell this wasn't his first rodeo. He's had to do this a lot of times. He's come and gone a few times since I've been here. He and his family circumnavigated the globe on this boat. So that means he would have experienced either firsthand, witnessed, or had stories shared of most scenarios that one could potentially experience on such a journey. It's a workout. That's a crazy workout. Who needs a gym, eh? This last little bit is crucial. And he's probably got a 25 kilo, possibly 30, but probably 25 kilo anchor. Once he gets it out of the sand, which I think it's happened now. I think he's got it. I think he's got the boat just in here a little bit. Obviously, the thing is here, he's got to keep away from that beach. Learning from other people's experiences is a big part of the cruising lifestyle. Good stories are not only interesting, but can be valuable to draw upon, especially during moments like these. As good as it would be for clicks for a YouTube video, I don't want to be filming a disaster. It's going to be okay, this last little bit. So I think what he does is he leaves it just slightly in gear. It gets quite shallow over there. Here we go. Good on you, mate. Well done. Yeah, that's a big anchor. Could be a 30. Okay, power up. Yeah, come on, mate. Come on. I don't know what this draft is, but there's not going to be much under the keel there. Once he gets out into deeper water, he can pull up the anchor. He's good. Well done. I think he's heading across to the other side of the bay there for calmer waters, which I might do myself a little bit later actually. See how we go. So I missed some drama here. These guys apparently who have had engine troubles etc before, I think got their engine started, tried to move, and then they dragged back onto the wall over here and were smashing up against the wall. The pilot boat towed them off the wall. And I'm not sure what Neil's doing. Apparently their anchor is still there, or one anchor. But yeah, it's pretty boisterous. It's probably going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, I would say. It's pretty bouncy at the moment. You can see here Lena is very close. As I mentioned before, I think she maybe dragged a little bit when she swung. Some anchors take a little bit of distance to reset. This guy's inspecting his damage. The rub rail there has been ripped off. It's still floating, that's the main thing. I do need to do a little bit of food shopping. I'm getting really low on a couple of things. So there's a dinghy up on the shore there. They've dragged it up to a tree, locked it off to a tree. That's a very light dinghy. Neil seems to think that if I just row in there without an outboard on there, the dinghy should be pretty safe. So I'll do that in just a little bit. Still plenty of people making the most of the water though. Whew, she's wild. Look at it out there. It's a bit crazy. As I mentioned, I've hardly slept. I feel so tired. Anyway, I'm going shopping. Out there, we see Monastrell out there. Out here. It's kind of nuts. It can be a stressful and anxious time as new weather systems creep across the Atlantic, not knowing whether they'll develop perhaps into a hurricane or not. And if they do, what direction will they track? And should I sail north or south to try and avoid it? Although it's still uncomfortable, it's always a huge relief when it's confirmed it's definitely passed by. But in hurricane season, that relief is temporary, and there are always new systems waiting in line behind the last one. Look at that wall. It is crazy. So it's not over until it's officially the last day of hurricane season. So let's have a look over here, this side. It's no better. Whew. I actually felt a little bit seasick. I was doing some stuff on the computer, including a little bit of editing, and yeah, it was starting to get to me a little bit, actually. So that's part of the motivation for coming in. Okay, so we've got a couple of dinghies here, one being Neil's, and the other one is off the blue boat out there. Monastrell is doing okay, it's good. We've got Monastrellito. We couldn't go on the wall because it's just way too rough. Okay, we are on our way across the bay to get away from the rolly, lumpy anchorage just for a day or two. And then I'm heading south, back down to Trinidad. Yeah, he's a very quick little boat. And actually it's probably not so little. We've got another boat coming in over there. It looks as though he's going into that little spot there. Anyway, I'm going to have a look in this part closer to the beach. So if I want to, I can, still row into the beach. Wow, it looks like there's 4 of them up there. That's crazy. So I wonder where they're going to. Okay, anchor's down, and it's not too bad. I can put up with this. There's a gentle little roll, but that's okay. Little fruits over there. Nice little island behind us. Another boat anchored there just then, and it looks lovely. It's going to be a pleasant night. Got another Oceanus over there. I think it's a 46 as well. Nice looking boat. Thanks again for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.